DJ Tom Tom.
Yo, it's your boy Mike G. Welcome to the Raw Podcast Live, hosted by
Jay,
the Gemini Beauty from the Dirty West, and
DJ Tom Tom
from the Big D. Now, let's get into it. Call 469-222-9056 to come on live with us right now.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Yeah.
Well. Welcome to Raw, the podcast live. I'm here with Jay and myself, DJ Tom Tom. Welcome to the show, everybody. How you doing tonight, Jay?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful.
I can smell my clean house from two houses down. So I'm excited. I'm like, yes, smell that lavender, bitches.
Yes, it's clean. Talk about spring cleaning, huh?
That's
what I'm talking about. Well, tonight we have a fun topic. I actually wanted to hit on this last week, and we've just kind of, went through the weeks. We've had some good shows. But this week we're hitting on inflation. It's affecting everybody in this country. So, what say you, Ebony? How you feel about all this inflation? What is inflation, first of all? Why don't you tell us what inflation is?
Why are you going to put that hard shit on me?
Because you're the roving reporter.
So inflation, not by the dictionary, guys, is basically an increase on the original price.
Of basically everything.
Yeah. It can range from housing all the way down to gas.
Now we're going to hit on the parts that inflation has affected. I mean, primarily. But I know Ebony's more the history type. I'm more the political type. But I will give you some history with these politics, darling. Especially on this show. Especially a history lesson about 15 years in the making. So, what we want to know is, how is inflation affecting people personally? How is inflation affecting Jay?
How is it affecting me?
Yes.
Yes. Earlier, I told you a story about how my car ran out of gas, and I'm not blaming Biden, so I don't want to hear, oh, well, that's Biden, da-da-da. No, it's because even when gas was cheap, I was not want to put gas in my car, so...
When was gas cheap for you?
Freaking when it was $2.
$2?
My tank.
Good Lord. You see the generation gap, folks? When I was 18, gas was 89 cents a gallon.
Wasn't that the life to live?
Oh, it went up 10 cents?
For also 50-gallon tank shit.
And let me tell you something. It went up 10 cents from one month to the next to 99 cents, and everybody freaked out.
Well, they obviously lived and rolled with the punches. I ain't seen one of them motherfuckers riding a bike.
What did you just light up?
A cigarette.
How much are them things now?
Okay, guys, let me tell y'all. These are 72 greens, right?
The smallest of the cigarettes. Good Lord
But
almighty.
this is how big it is. Freaking when I first started smoking these were $5.49. The price of Montegos. And now they are $8.23.
Good Lord almighty, and they're the smallest damn cigarettes.
Uh-huh. This is a big lighter. Everybody has a big lighter, right?
I mean...
The size of a fucking lighter. So That's how big my cigarettes are. The exact size of a big lighter.
Actually, your Bic looks bigger than the cigarette. That sounded so dirty.
Probably a little bit.
Flick her Bic.
It actually is bigger than the fucking cigarettes. So, yeah. Freaking.
It's sad because
Tell us-
even like, how much were you charged for a lighter that one time? Remember? Tell me that. Tell that.
Fucking $3.
Thank you.
I went back in. No, I didn't go back in there, but I was like, I went in there with $2, expecting the lighter to be $1.99 or some shit like that. He says, "Well, it's $2.89." I was like, "This is a whole. That's a joke." He's like, "Nah, you're good. You can have it."
To light my
like,
$9
get the-
cigarettes? Hello?
Let me go get the rest of this change, and I'll be right back.
Jesus Christ. You see how it goes? Everything. And the funny thing is, look in grocery stores, ladies and gentlemen. Look in the grocery stores.
Bread used to be 99 cents for the good bread.
And how much is it now? At least
About
50 cents
$2
more.
and some change.
Right. It's at least
Mhm.
a quarter to 50% more than it used to be. If not, maybe 100% more.
I don't know. I used to go in there and help my grandma pick it out.
There is some bread at Walmart. I will tell you guys, it's pretty good goddamn bread for 99 cents. You just got to look for it. But anywho, there are places that still accommodate those who are trying to live within our means. But there's one area of all this inflation that just continues to get left out of the conversation. You know what it is?
What? How?
Wage increases.
Oh.
You see, and that's
we-
why people laugh, because they're like, "Oh yeah, that's never gonna happen."
Yeah, freaking. Okay, when I first started working at that store, which is in 2017, so by the calculations, probably about 5-6 years ago.
Mhm.
And so I started off with $8 because also this is always $1 more, or at least 75 cents more than minimum wage.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get.
They
I
were
got that-
actually that way when I was 18 as well.
Well, that was a lot then because
Yeah, I mean-
prices have skyrocketed since then.
Yeah.
So I got that yearly 25 cents. So I was making $8.25, and then freaking I didn't get another raise until 2 years later. My rent was $600, by the way. I didn't get another pay raise until I started traveling, which was I think $2 maybe.
Yeah.
So I was making $10.50. Well, I was like, this ain't gonna cut it because I gotta pay gas and shit like that. So they bumped me up another 75 cents. So I was making $11. And then finally, I was like, this still ain't working because, rent, gas, car, and all the other crap. So I was making $12, and still at $12, still not cutting it to where I could buy shit for my house, buy shit for me, freaking pay stuff. And y'all are like, well, that's not a necessity.
Like
But
you're not
honey,
supposed to live?
And like they want us to work to our bone until we're 65 years old, when we are shitting in Pampers.
It's like the ideal American dream is to have a job, have a home, pay for it, and die.
And that's not my dream.
Because a vehicle is not a dream in the American dream. It's just a luxury.
Well, it's a luxury that is a necessity when you have a job.
Especially for jobs that you need those things for, like especially a lot of these delivery services and things like that. And that's what's you've noticed, like I've noticed across the board as far as this inflation has gone, is it affects the cost of getting a ride. I mean, it increases the price of the gas. Apparently we've seen that. I mean, I think I saw it go up 13 cents in 7 days here in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Someone tried to argue with me on Facebook and say that, well, they're privately owned and they control their own pricing. Yeah, but if that was the case and I had shitloads of stores and a lot of money, why the hell would I be charging $4.39 a fucking gallon?
And people are trying to say it's because they shut down Keystone, but that was in the making, honey.
That was
10
already
years.
a long time ago.
Yeah, but they're trying to blame Biden for the cutting that off, Biden for the gas, da 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 da.
Well,
But
all
10
of
years
this started under Trump.
Mhm.
That's the reality of it.
It rolled over. It's not like, okay, well, he made his shit, so it's immediate. No, it takes time for that shit to come into place.
Right.
Just like it takes a week for your check to hit your fucking bank account.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
So,
the thing is, like, I don't want to get into a whole thing about Trump, but, you know, it's like when the successes of Obama were happening, you know, Trump stepped to the plate, so to speak. And now he acts like he was hitting home runs just because he fucking stepped up to the batter box. That's a little ridiculous. That's
the
like,
stuff Obama
but look,
put into play, right?
They do this every time, Jay. They do this every time. Where, like when Obama came into office and Bush had fucked everything up for 8 years, they were blaming Obama for everything. I mean, right off the jump.
And you want to blame everybody but freaking Trump.
And it's all Biden's fault. You know, if a bird dies in Central Park, it's Biden's fault because he's president.
Conspiracy theories.
You know, my God. And he's an environmentalist who believes in, taking care of this damn air and water and everything around us that keeps us living. But yet, the thing I've not seen inflated, and this is the interesting part, okay? My electricity has not went up. My utility rates have not gone up. These are privately owned companies. Why are they able to afford to stay within living means? But yet we're having to pay fucking $2 for a pack of goddamn tortillas that I could make for 50 cents at home. It's some bullshit.
So, with the gas thing, back on the gas thing, so what that actually is when COVID hit, people were laid off, right?
Yeah.
Because gas prices
I was
were
one of
going
them.
up. I mean, gas was like,
They went down to what, like $1.33?
Yeah, y'all should have lived that shit up. So of course people were getting laid off. Gas wasn't used as often. So oil rigs shut down. Well, now that COVID is over, guess what? People are traveling, people are moving. So gas has to go up. I heard this lady today talking about they're using the reserves and freaking gas is still so high. Like, da, 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 da. I don't want to hear it, bitch. I really don't.
First of all, do you even know anything about what you're talking about, lady, before you just open your fucking two flaps that are on your face?
She thinks since I'm an employee at a store, I really give a fuck about what she's saying.
Tell the truth, girl. Tell the truth.
Like, they're like, yeah. Yeah.
Give me your money and get out.
For real. We don't even have gas at the store right now.
Can you hurry and leave so I can smoke a cigarette?
Yeah, freaking y'all are always interrupting my freaking.
Look, I'm paying $9 for the shortest cigarettes. Hurry up and leave, bitch.
I need 62s to deal with this shit. In and out, in and out.
You're inflating this situation. See, you're doing more than it's necessary.
You're telling me pay another $10 in 10 minutes, bitch.
But this is all politics. This is all politics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They know they are gouging the fuck out of prices on us. Because I'm going to tell you what's happening. This is pressuring companies. Because if it takes more to cost, if it takes more money to live, it costs more money to live, then the thing they need to do is to raise the fucking minimum wage already. This is damn ridiculous. Let me tell you something.
I think New York has already done that.
Jay, that's fine. There are states across this country who get it. Okay? I lived in South Carolina where they charge a state tax on top of federal tax, which means you really got to pay into the system because they really ain't got it like that out there. Those people don't even understand while out there screaming that they're Republicans. They don't know how damn Democrat they really are, because that's how this works. Democratic system is paying into the pool so that way we can all be okay. It's not about, because we can't all make it alone. Sometimes we need help. Sometimes we need a little assistance. And thankfully, thank God, there are people in this country who, like your mother, not just but a few shows ago, was on here saying that it doesn't matter to her whether she's paying into tax, because so what? She doesn't see it anyway. So what is it? What do you lose? What are you losing that you don't get? These people are worried about, is $60 goddamn dollars from your check really gonna make that goddamn big a difference every fucking week? Let's get real.
For me, shit.
But what would make the difference is if you got a wage that said you could live. It's not about worrying about them $60 that you know are already gonna be just taken out. That's a given. You're not gonna see that shit no matter what.
Like, we wouldn't have to worry about them $62 if we were given enough to actually live and not live dollar to dollar.
Right. Exactly my point. That's exactly what I'm saying. We have to get with the time. We have to learn to move forward with this whole economic system, because we got people out here who don't even give a shit about how much an hour is, because they be doing videos on YouTube and making shitloads of money for doing nothing. They don't even care about that shit. But why is it it's those people who are willing to pay into the system?
Because they make it way more than what they need.
Thank you.
Freaking, like, we're over here living dollar to dollar.
It's a way we can possibly learn how to be with each other, you know? So what if someone gets some stuff? Shouldn't we all goddamn live? What's crazy to me is you have people that are out there screaming at Biden, talking about, well, he's not doing anything. What the hell what do they expect him to do?
Like, people, what I realize, just like to complain. Just complain about everything. Like, and it's mostly the people who make more than what they need. Like, if you give someone who makes $40 an hour, right? Oh, I went to college for this. Oh, I went to da-da-da-da-da for this, right? Right now, college is expensive. Like, for me to go to cosmetology school, that's going to cost upwards of 20 grand. You think I have 20 grand just to, all right, cool, I'm going to school just to make fucking basic, like, let's say, round it up to about $15 an hour. You know, I went to school then. Why am I only making 15? And it's those people. It's Ivory. Hold on. I'm sorry. Why? Shit, I'm on the podcast, Ivory. What do you mean, can I bring it? I can't leave the house. Freaking, can you walk to my house? Freaking, just give me about 40 minutes. Can you wait 40 minutes? Or 30? It's about 30. I'm sorry. But I love you.
She will be okay.
Yeah, she's at work and she just got off.
Oh, okay.
And my mom's not in town, so.
Oh, and she works in Lubbock, huh?
No, she works here at this in.
Oh, hell, she can walk to you. Goddamn.
Yeah, that's why I asked if she walked.
Girl, that ain't nothing but a 10-minute walk. Get out of here.
If that, probably like 6 or 7.
So anyway, back to the topic, because it's a hot topic for me, because I've known this has been coming for years, Ebony. I've known that this has been coming. I am like an economics. I'm a smart guy. I know my math of money, darling.
Now compared to
$20.
Like,
you know what? I was calling for $20 an hour in 2012. Because you have to be able to be lopsided the other way for this to work.
Look, it doesn't matter how much. So somebody told me this, right? Somebody told me this. I think it was my uncle, because my uncle makes about $2,000 every 2 weeks.
Okay.
And he was like, it doesn't matter how much you make.
They're gonna tax the shit out of you.
Or whatever. He said, because the more you make, the more expensive items you want to buy. Like him, he makes $2,000 a week, every 2 weeks. Okay, so he has a Camaro, he has a Charger. He had 2 Chargers at one point, but my mom got one.
Mm-hmm.
He has a Camaro, let's just say those 2 Chargers, a truck, and a Denali, and a house, and 2 different Wi-Fis. He has like a lot of TVs, etc. in his house, right? Do you think that's a necessity?
Bougie.
No, it's not a necessity. So,
but it's the life that he wants to live.
Because he makes that type of money.
Yes. But
so,
he's right.
Right now, basically living like I am, living check to check. I don't even live check. So he's living like you, basically. He's living check to check. And do you have like 4 or 5 cars? Do you have a house you're paying on, rent to own? Do you have like 10 TVs and 10 rooms? You know what I'm saying?
Wish.
So.
I wish.
That's what I'm getting at.
I'd have had these brows done, and no, I'm just kidding.
So like it's bullshit.
It's not the way we should be living. We're being like we have to race to nowhere. It's like we're always in this like competition with ourselves to just be alive.
Freaking. Actually, give me 1 second. Let me go get my freaking this bill I got for the medical people.
Okay.
Hold on.
Like, you want me to pull out some bills of my own? It's fucking hard out here, and these people just think that like working 40 hours a week, making a base wage, you know, for what they think you're worth being paid is gonna cut it. And while everything else goes up, your wage does not, and those increases come in increments throughout the year, or however long they give you. It's just crazy. Ebony, she went to go get a bill, so we're gonna see what this bill entails of her living situation, since she wants to share it so badly. Meanwhile, I'm getting caught up in this headphone shit.
I gotta open it because I'm tired of seeing this shit already.
Because you're scared to look at it. I'm just kidding.
I got like 4 different ones, guys, because I've been sick and I had to keep on going to different doctors because the ones here suck. Ooh.
Oh God, just the reaction alone.
I should have kept this in the goddamn envelope.
Ooh.
So 1,299.27.
For what?
It doesn't even say.
Oh, just because you showed up? Let me tell you, just for walking in, it's probably like $1,000. They're like, oh, we gotta fuck with you. That's $500. You gotta sit on the table. That's another $50.
Freaking, they got me fucked up. How come I gotta keep on going to different hospitals just to get diagnosed right?
Like,
every time I go to freaking Brownfield Regional Medical Center, I always have to go to a different fucking hospital and get diagnosed right. I told you about the fucking gallbladder thing.
Yeah, but see, Brownfield Regional Medical Center is not in the business of helping people get
Giving a fuck.
feel better.
I will say, there are
They're
some
in the
good doctors,
business of
but
taking their
most
money.
of us don't give a fuck.
Dr. Tedford was the most legal fucking drug dealer in Brownfield.
Who?
Dr. Tedford.
Apparently not. I love
Girl,
Dr.
when
Tedford.
he went down, I was in Lubbock, Texas, watching the news just like this. Let me tell you something. That man gave so much Valium to my grandma. I'm surprised she's still alive. That bitch was pushing them pills like a drug dealer herself to the little old ladies around Brownfield. I'm not kidding you. That's why whenever I started realizing why my cousin was the way he was, he learned it from his grandmother. The original OG. Get it?
Original drug dealer.
This bitch. I was like, look at this bitch.
911, what's your emergency?
My grandma's selling drugs. Dude,
Fucking inflation shit.
Dr. Tedford was fucking filling her prescriptions like nothing. Like 30 days times 2.
Fucking, that's crazy. Because every time I went to Dr. Tedford, he never gave me anything more than he did give me one strong pill.
You weren't in on the game, I guess.
I guess they pick and choose.
He's like, oh no, she got insurance. Fuck that. No, just kidding. That's funny. No, but like, again, another thing about this whole inflation thing is like, what I can say about Texas is that rent has not gotten too crazy. Let's get real.
I mean, kind of, sort of. Okay,
I don't think so. Because let me tell you something. In 2005, a 1-bedroom apartment in LA was $1,200. That was when I was 24. 17 years ago.
Well, Brownfield consists of 10,000 people. I almost said 10 grand, like I'm talking about money. 10,000 people. LA consists of millions of people.
But what would you say the median of rent goes for like a 1-bedroom in Brownfield, Texas?
Right now?
Yeah.
I would say the median would be about 600
For a 1-bedroom?
for a 1-bedroom. And that's because they're adding new features and shit. Like they're adding dryer and washer. They're adding basically all the necessities. Right now, I'm paying $425, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because my apartment has not been remodeled since I think maybe 5-10 years ago. So if they would have remodeled my apartment, it would have cost about $555, you know?
So they would have put on
Around
that?
there. They would have put extra money on there, yeah.
Wow.
And
It's not like they would have been remodeling it while you were living there.
but they're still going to charge that because they can. And when I lived in the 2-bedroom apartment, that one would have ran $500, but you already know how that one was. Not remodeled whatsoever, had a lot of damage, etc. As is.
That's fucking
So, I
crazy.
was
I've
going-
never heard of that. I've never heard of that shit.
So it was like $535, I believe. And she said right now all the apartments as is running for $700 for a 2-bedroom. So I was like, yeah, just put me in a 1-bedroom. I'm good.
Oh yeah, because you were in a 2-bedroom. That's right.
I never used that 2nd bedroom anyways,
Well,
except
for
storage.
2-bedroom, $535 as is, I guess, is a pretty damn good deal in Brownfield. Like,
Well, not when you're swimming in it.
yeah,
all
not
the
when you
windows-
not when you have people that come through and make a mess, and your dog does too.
And Melly be making a mess everywhere.
Yeah, well.
That motherfucker, I just want to drop kicks sometimes. If he was a person, I would fight him, dude.
But like, see, what I'm saying is in Dallas, I mean, I live in a 1-bedroom. It's got washer, dryer, the whole 9 yards, and I mean, I'm paying $800 a month.
Oh, my mom wants to join our podcast.
Bring her in. You know, she's.
All right, let me add her to the chat.
We got 30 minutes. Hey.
Add people, okay. And there we go. There's my mama.
I was so like, what was up with your call earlier today, Ebony? I was like, this girl called to tell me I look good 10 years ago.
Because I just woke up, I was on the Twitter, and I was like just scrolling through new features and crap. I was like, oh,
Hello,
cool.
Cheryl.
Hey.
Hey.
I don't know why I always gotta join to keep Ebony in line. I've watched.
Why did I know this was gonna happen?
Because she got a filthy mouth.
They call me
Yes.
Miss Sailor over here.
Nah, they call you Ebony, and that's what we're gonna call you right now.
Sailor.
I'm gonna mute myself.
No, don't mute yourself. Carry on with the conversation.
I'm just gonna reply to a few things though. First
Okay.
off, y'all wanna y'all keep saying what do they expect? I expect some more stimulus money. Send me a check or two.
Okay,
or three.
but listen, Cheryl, this is what you're expecting is for stimulus money to come again from the backs of everybody, not the rich.
Tommy, we're gonna work until we die anyway. Why not just keep
But
it
this
in
is
that?
not the
Give me
American
an
dream.
advance.
This
Give
is
me
this.
a yearly advance.
We have to think in a more progressive sense because I think that we can all agree that our
What's
livelihoods,
up, baby? What's up,
our
baby?
livelihood should not have to be about us just being able to make it. I think we should be able to have a quality of life and enjoy it.
I almost hit a deer. And that was quality of life.
Well, that's that deer's quality of life.
At least you can eat it.
Whatever. Have you ever eaten deer?
Not that I know of. I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
though.
Let me
Yeah,
tell you
because
something.
remember when Junior made that chili?
Let me tell you something. They need to bring down the prices of duck because it's disgusting.
And freaking one time Junior freaking made chili, right? Homemade chili. Everybody was so excited. That nigga went and killed a deer and put it in that chili.
Oh.
None of us ate chili. Like, none of us ate deer. I tell you what, I had like 6 bowls of it because that deer was so good.
Oh, but anyway, and then Dr. Tedford. And he's my favorite doctor of all times.
Well,
He
yes.
delivered all 4 of my children.
Look, I'm not saying anything against Dr. Tedford. What I just saying was that I thought it was hilarious.
He
Well,
was
the
a
thing is that he taught all the doctors in Brownfield to quit drug dealing.
Because you could do it legally.
Yeah, but now they're afraid to.
yeah. Freaking
He was
Dr.
passing out
Kuhn,
Xanax like Skittles at Family Dollar.
and freaking Dr. Hoover. I'm not gonna say his name.
I'm not
He's
saying
giving me
anything bad against him. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just saying, like, I really don't think my grandma needed 60 pills of Valium a month.
God, dude.
She was 80 years old. Jesus Christ.
Is she still alive?
She's 88. She's 89 this year, actually, Cheryl.
Golly.
I
Well, she
know.
might be
That
back out.
old bat don't remember nothing, and she's still kicking.
I just can't. I don't know if I'd ever call my grandma the B word.
I didn't
Bat.
call her. I didn't call her the only reason, look, me and my grandmother, we have a
Oh,
very real relationship, Cheryl. And I'll tell you that my grandma's probably sitting around thinking about me right now. Because
Probably is.
I
but
love the stuff out of her. The stuffings out of her. And she knows, and let me tell you something. If anything, I gained my great vernacular from her. Because if it was one thing she taught me how to do was cuss correctly.
one thing my grandma taught me how to do was catch a goober.
What is that?
She was talking about pee.
Oh my God.
My grandma was like, I can't do it.
I could just imagine. I could just
She was
imagine.
like pitching her thighs and crap. My grandma was funny.
Like I know
So is
Ebony.
inflation affecting any of y'all?
Yeah.
Honestly,
You and I already had this conversation.
no.
Ebony, I was having a conversation about you about inflation.
Yeah,
Inflation
y'all
will
can
affect
inflate my
anybody that
check.
works 12 hours a week.
Girl, I've been trying to work more, but now freaking
You made that
can't
up.
work
You
when
made
3
that up.
people are working. Well, why not?
Well,
We
you don't have no gas, no lottery, and no money orders, and you're trying to work 3 people at a store.
we used to have that. It ain't my fault those people are messing everything up. Those people don't want to
Inflation.
pay their bills. Let's
Mm.
ask them. Let's bring them on. How is inflation affecting y'all? Why can't
It's
y'all pay
not.
y'all's bills?
I'm not infected. I'm not affected by inflation. Actually, I don't own a vehicle.
Oh, there's more deer. Hey, y'all, I gotta go. We're in a deer-infested area.
All right.
Bye. Love you.
Adios. I love you.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Can we focus the
Bye,
kid?
y'all.
Yeah. So
But
there was Cheryl for you once again, joining our podcast, making sure that Ebony stays in line. But what I was gonna say to Cheryl is, in defense of Ebony, like none of what she says is intent of malice. It's just her viewpoint, and like she's just having the conversation with her homeboy here. That's all we're doing here, and it's just live for you guys to see the conversation, because we have these
she never
conversations.
was. And if
No,
she does, it's not intentional.
right.
My mom's very kind and she would not hurt y'all intentionally.
No, but what I'm saying is for you. What I'm
Oh.
saying is that you and I are just having our own conversation. It's just for
Mhm.
everybody to see, because you know that this is the conversation that we have anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is scripted, nothing is written, nothing is produced. This is all straight up
No.
live.
We be looking up definitions and shit on the live.
I mean, hello. Because we want to make sure we know what we're talking about. Not like some people, some people just be on things talking about stuff that they act like they know what they're doing, and they don't.
I'll be like, I don't even know what that means. Did he
So
just call me a bitch?
let's just say that, like, our friend, he wanted me. Well, I want to say that he wanted to say that he thinks that you and Orion are friends.
Mhm.
Safe to say.
Yeah.
Right. He respects your opinion because, like I told him, what Ebony offers is that contrast of what would be status quo. And that's why I love doing this with her, because it's integral as why this works, because I'm the status quo guy. For the most part. I follow the rules, and the rules work. But
I don't.
But I can also see Ebony's point of view, and it helps break me from the status quo as well, to see the other side and have a balanced opinion. That's what we're going for here. So, like what Ebony says, it's not the words, it's what she delivers. And that's
What I'm trying to get at, basically. 'Cause
right.
I'll be going around in circles sometimes. But y'all be getting me, hopefully.
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, we have viewership that really do show support.
And we really appreciate that. We're trying to make money over here. I'm just playing y'all.
We've not asked for $1, Pastor Fortune.
Oh yeah, Fortune
I can't even.
You ain't gonna get defamation on me.
That's why I was like,
'Cause-
Pastor Fortunate.
Yeah, he's fortunate, all right. Fortunate anybody would want to freaking lay lips on him.
Ew. Well, I mean, look at the lips that laid on him. I'm just saying.
Look at it now.
It's more like with a moo moo here and a moo moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo moo.
And then you got, I never seen a cow and a fish freaking mate before.
Oh my god! Like I thought it was supposed to be about pussy. That's why it was a catfish.
No, it's because
Ew, gross.
I'm talking about his big ass lips. I know they be practicing fellatio in the church.
Bloobity bloobity bloobity.
You're fucking dumb.
I mean, I'm just quoting him word for word, straight up.
Fucking, he's something else, and I would have never spoke on him. But they love keeping ebony in their fucking mouth, and Letty a cow loves keeping Pastor Portugal in her mouth.
What a chess move. Checkmate, bitch.
Yep, amen.
You better stop. You better stop, bitch. You better stop.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
You are stupid. Woo-wee! It is coming for reals. Fuck the bullshit. Let me tell you something. I've had such blessings in this past month since I stopped fucking with those fuck faces. Let me tell you. Like, getting the chance to go to work at S4 Ebony is like killer. And that smashes on any little crap those people wanted to throw my way, where I'm just like, I'm standing here like, now what? Now what? What you got, bitch?
I think their life sucks.
Yeah, because they preach so badly to have everybody else's lives feel like they suck too, right? Like you feel like you need, like whenever I tuned into worship ministries at first, I used to feel so inspired and motivated and so full of life and happiness. And you remember?
Yeah, because they were talking about gang banging, drugs, selling booze.
Shut up! That is not why I was loving it.
You're like, I fit in with this crowd.
Shut your mouth.
Because I never even tuned into them, right? I just tuned in every once in a while because of you.
Yeah.
And every time I tuned in, it was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Like, is this edited? Is this like all for real? They're talking about prostituting and
this is almost as bad as your book.
Ooh, girl, he didn't tell you. That book sucks.
You don't need to buy it.
He didn't tell you it wasn't edited. Oh, girl, he didn't tell you I illustrated the cover. Bitch, I get to add that to my fucking resume. Fuck his book. Let me just say, my goddamn cover is on a goddamn book, bitches.
Okay, so let me promote his book real quick. This is promoting purposes.
Oh my god. I'm gonna mute you. I'm just kidding.
If you want to lose about half of your brain cells, read that book.
Are you saying I'm retarded? Are you saying I'm retarded?
Damn near. I'm just playing. But if you want to, let's say, struggle reading, read the book.
Oh, or try.
Or try. Because I tell you what,
we tried. Let me
just
say, I don't mean to cut you off, Ebony, right now, but I'm just saying, let me tell you how I had to read this book. Okay, I had to have Google read the shit to me while I was making dinner. Remember, I was taking pictures of dinner and sending you pictures of my dinner while I was reading this book. Ebony was like, that looks good as fuck. Little did she know I was reading. Girl, he didn't tell you. Shut up. Can you go away? Whoever you are in the background.
So, freaking, yeah, dude. Even then, freaking, I couldn't even, like, I tried to get past the acknowledgement, dude. And each word I was, like, going cross-eyed, focusing so hard. Focusing so hard just to get past that shit. And freaking eventually
No,
I was
tell
like,
him,
no,
tell him about your aunt. Tell him about your aunt. Come on now.
freaking my Aunt Bree.
Yes.
She gave up, dude. I
mean,
can't remember exactly what happened, but
she got about the same way through it about you did, right? Where it was like, I cannot. This is difficult as fuck.
she was like, "What are you? Why did you even send this to me?"
I felt like
I
a
was
first grade teacher.
Not even.
Look, Grammarly couldn't even help the shit.
And that shit cracked me up. I was like,
And
then
you-
what made me laugh even more was him hanging upside down from a goddamn kindergarten teeter-totter thing.
Oh, and the
And
whole
the book was right side up.
okay, so
So it's
to let
like-
people know, because okay, we all remember the Super Bowl performance, and 50 Cent came out doing the upside down thing like he did in the video, right?
I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
Okay, so what happened was Fortune was trying to like snag opportunities that were trending. So he felt like because 50 Cent came out at the Super Bowl hanging upside down doing his In the Club like he did in the video. Right, you can catch me in the club. Right, okay. So, okay, what he was trying to do was reenact the whole thing. This is what Ebony's talking about as he showed this now on TikTok. As if this was supposed to be some trend-setting thing, and like, ladies and gentlemen, the book was upside down.
The book was right side up.
Well,
He
yes,
was upside
you're right. He was upside down.
But
The
to
book
him,
was
the book would have been upside down.
yes. So how are you fucking reading a book upside down?
That was the stupidest shit I ever seen in my life. I was like, that's a great way to fucking promote and
It-
let people know it's unlegible.
It's stupid. It was fucking.
I love how we just went from fucking inflation to gossip.
Oh, you know how we do. This is our show. This is what we do. It doesn't even matter because this is how we do it. And we talked about inflation already. So what? I mean,
You know what I mean?
the realistic side of it is I don't so much deal with it because I'm not in that world yet. You know what I mean? I don't have a vehicle. I don't travel. I take the bus. I take the train. I do stuff like that. I live in a city where like people help each other. You know what I mean? Like when I went without groceries, I was able to visit the pantry and still have good ass food. And thankfully we have people in this country who give a shit about someone else other than just themselves. I mean, you should have seen when I was picking up food one time. There was this lady dropping off so much badass shit, and I was like, ooh, I want a box of Cocoa Puffs.
I'm cuckoo for Cocoa
But you know what?
Puffs.
I skipped on the Cocoa Puffs because I wanted shampoo and, you know, they provide.
And that's cool though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have a whole community of people out here that we don't have to so necessarily rely on the fact that the way the world is just how it works, because there are people out there who give a shit about the next person. You just realized that today.
Freaking what I think we should do in this show is right before we leave, we put up places you can go to get shit.
I can include them afterwards. It's a lot of work for me to do right now.
I know there's this one place in Brownsville, but I just don't know where. Like, I don't know what it's called. I know where it's at, know what it is, but I just don't know what it's called.
But as long as you can tell the person, that's good enough. That's the thing about it. You know, just letting the next person know. Like, remember when you told me about the Texas rent relief last year? Remember that?
Mhm.
And I
Oh, yeah, those too.
and I mean, I applied for that, and guess what? I got it, just like Ebony did, for fucking like 4 or 5 solid months of my rent being paid.
Freaking, there's Texas rent relief, there's food stamps, there's housing, which is
There are ways, people. There are ways to take care of
y'all
yourself.
don't have to struggle and y'all don't have to feel like it's the end of the road.
Right.
There are different places you can go to get help
Set your pride aside a little bit.
because it's just people making you feel like, oh well, I'm just using, like I don't deserve it, like da 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 da. Because I heard that shit most of the time because I came from a prideful family. I come from a prideful town.
Yes.
So it's just like, set that shit aside, get what you need, and
Take care of yourself.
do better, you know?
Take
what I
care of
mean?
yourself.
Like,
You know what makes someone feel better about just being able to go about the day is having something in their belly. You know, just a little food, a little something to drink on other than just water sometimes, even if it's just tea or Kool-Aid. You know, little things matter like that to a person's whole way of life. And that's why this all is inclusive in the whole inflation thing, because like, yes, there are certain things that are seeming inflated, but that does not mean that like you can't deal with life. Like, it just makes it to where you work harder, you push further, and you progress. I mean, we have to be able to be stronger as people.
Like, it makes me sad sometimes because I see all these struggling mothers. Like last week we were talking about abortion,
Yes.
and I said all those things, but there are ways to help struggling mothers. You know,
Yes.
like you accidentally got pregnant, your belief is you don't want to have kids. Okay, that's cool. We're not against it. Just because we are and whatever the opposite of pro is. Just because we are anti-abortion or whatever.
Well, there's pro-life and pro-choice.
Well, we're pro-choice. Just because we're pro-choice does not mean we don't
Want
y'all to
children,
fucking-
right? But
You know?
be able to try to live within those means and do it. But
Yeah, and
but
like,
don't get me
there's so
wrong.
many outlets to help y'all. Don't feel stuck. Don't cry.
But you know what
there's
ends up
some-
happening? What ends up happening is there's like people like me who have been helped by the system and my community, to where I want to be that person too now. You know what I mean? We're like, now because I'm okay, I want to be able to help provide for the next person who might not be able to be making it so okay. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We have to
Like,
be
if
able
you
to
look me up,
think beyond
Facebook-
ourselves a little bit.
my Facebook should be connected to this. If not, it's Ebony Elmore, EBONEA.
You know I'm
That's
gonna
my real-
tag you. You know I'm gonna tag you.
Tag me. And so, oh yeah, I'm tagged. So just go to my profile, send me a message, and
Yep.
we'll work it out. Like, I won't be able to lend money because I want to make $160 a week,
But Ebony will talk to you.
but I can help you get into these programs that can help you
That's
if you
right.
do not know how.
Good. I love that, Ebony. That's wonderful. And you know
Like, I just
what?
don't wanna-
Don't feel like you can't hit me up either. Like, DJ Tom Tom is just a moniker. Y'all know me. Come on now, Tommy, TJ, whatever. I'm just a real motherfucker too. I'm just out here trying to make it. And we have ways of knowing things. Ebony does, I do. And look, I learned from Ebony. I know there's things that we can learn from each other. So don't be afraid to reach out, folks.
Don't feel stuck, because I know these prices are getting outrageous, especially if you have kids. Like, they don't even have fucking milk.
Right.
Like, my aunt has a goat or some shit like that. Honey, I got some milk for you.
Ebony's over there cleaning like she got shit to do.
I mean, it's fucking dirty. I live in West Texas.
True.
I just looked over and I was like, I need to clean my sink off.
I'm sitting here looking for something to dust with my finger, and I'm like, oh, there's no dust.
It must be nice.
That's what happens when you live in Dallas, Texas.
I was like, damn, I swear, I just cleaned that like an hour ago.
I swear you lied.
I swear I didn't.
Well, we got about 5 minutes. We're about to wrap the show for this week. I would say
Like,
that...
I just want to repeat this. Just because I joke around and I say, oh, F this, F that, da-da-da-da-da, does not mean I'm a mean person. Like...
Oh, Ebony, you're hardly a mean person.
Right? I feel like I'm pretty nice.
I think that
Like,
you
you just
wouldn't
got
even
to
know
know.
how to be mean if you tried. You're like my boyfriend. Like,
Freaking...
I
That's crazy
swear.
because we're Geminis. And Geminis
Yeah.
have a very bad...
Well, you guys have somewhat of a reputation.
I don't know who decided that was going to be it.
But you know
But
what?
they got
You
it
know
wrong.
what's crazy? Like, my brother was a Gemini, but yet I've yet to see, but I know my brother's scary side, but he doesn't bring it out to me. I guess I'm just that good balance for a Gemini where you can talk to a bitch.
I think for Geminis, it's really just like bipolar shit.
Yeah.
Like every once in a while, you get the bipolar side, and you're like, "What the fuck?" Send me a message.
I think
I'll
that would
respond.
be. I think to be fair, for a lot of people, that's the same way. Except for Scorpios, I think they're just evil.
I don't know what's what. I
But you
just
know what? Scorpios know how to make money. Scorpios know how to make money. I will give them that.
I'm too nice to be dealing with a Scorpio.
It's probably because they're fucking conniving. Yeah, same here. I'm too earthly to be dealing with a fire sign like that. Like, fuck that. That's why people couldn't even believe that I was best friends with Leroy. He was a Leo. And, like, if you don't know, a Leo and a Capricorn, that is, like, that's a good friendship, but it's also, like, this.
My mom's a Leo.
You see how me and your mom are. We can have a good conversation and be friendly, but there are those times where it's like we have our little competitive moments in debate.
Yeah, my mom's very kind-hearted, but she is headstrong. I do give her that. She
Yep.
is headstrong.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. She's a good lady.
Mhm.
Look at Ebony lighting another $9 cigarette.
Yeah, I'm gonna start smoking them slower.
Girl, at least by the hundreds. God damn, make it worth your while you're smoking
I
them.
know. The freaking Virginia Slims aren't even $9 yet.
Oh my god.
And those
they're-
are the ones that are like 3 times as long
Yeah,
as
they're
my
like
favorite.
this long and shit. You're like, when am I gonna get done? I don't have enough time on my break.
Like when I freaking got a pack, I just fucking broke the end off because I felt like it was taking forever. Like I was just there freaking getting them slim cheeks.
Well, I guess we're about to exit on out now. We got a couple minutes left. I just want to say thank you, Jay, once again for being part of this.
You're very welcome. Thank you for being a part of this.
Oh, well, you're much obliged.
You're fucking stupid.
That's what I love being told. Look at her while she sips on her fucking fancy ass straws that she just bought. I guess.
For $1. For $1.
See, that's called making it work, bitches.
I got 4 for $1, including the cleaner.
Amen. Well, this was our show on tonight. It was about inflation and whatever else we wanted. Fuck it, who cares? This is Raw the
We
Podcast
were
Live.
smoking.
I got Jay, Ebony here. Say goodnight, darling.
Good night.
You're supposed to say goodnight, darling.
No, good night, darling.
There you go. Well, peace out to you. We'll see you next weekend, guys. It was fun. We'll catch ya.
our show for today. Thank you all for tuning in and keeping it raw with us. Till next time, everybody. Love y'all. Peace.